Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about Revlon and especially the new Marvelous Miss Maisel Revlon collection. So let's get started and jump right in, and I'm going to be reviewing the collection and talking about all the different shades. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Laura and this is where I talk about all things vintage. So please don't forget to hit the big red button below if you love vintage fashion and beauty. So starting out, I have been researching Revlon for a while now. I really love that you can still buy lots of these vintage shades from the 1950s today. I also have a Revlon lipstick video if you want to check that one out if you haven't already. My first thoughts are I was really excited about this because I love the show The Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's one of my favorite shows. I've already finished season 2 and I thought, wow, this is a really awesome idea. My first disappointment was the packaging. It just came in this like kind of plain silver envelope, really boring, just with a little postcard. So I was kind of hoping that they'd take it up a notch, maybe do a nice little box, I don't know, something. So that was kind of disappointing, to be honest. You kind of thought, since they are Revlon and they do have money, why aren't they spending a little bit more money making, I don't know, maybe even some nice little cases, something different. They could even do a throwback, maybe make the cases gold, like old Revlon. I don't know, I just feel like there's so many things they could have done to make this even better. Maybe this is just kind of their first try to see how it goes. Basically, all they did was grab some lipsticks that they already have, threw them in a bag, and printed a postcard. How much does this cost to make? Probably not very much. So I was a little bit disappointed in the packaging. But let's talk about the different lipsticks that come in the set. So there's 2 different sets. The first set is the Stage Red set, and this includes 3 different iconic shades. Actually, in season 1, Miss Maisel goes and gives a recommendation to a lady, and I think she recommends Fire and Ice, which was a huge campaign going on at the moment in the late 50s and early 60s for Revlon. And Revlon started in 1932. It was actually started by a man, and he started off creating nail polish shades, and then he kind of branched out into lipstick later, and he was actually a huge competitor with Avon as well as Elena Rubinstein, because they were kind of all around at the same time, especially Estee Lauder too, but Revlon was more affordable, so that's why I was more of a competitor with Avon. So let's get started with the Stage Red. So the Stage Red 3 set, it's $19.99 on Amazon.com. The first shade is Cherries in the Snow, which I have here. I quite like Cherries in the Snow because it's a very pinky red. It's different than a lot of other reds because it kind of has an undertone of like a deep pink. It definitely has a warm hue to it. And Cherries in the Snow is from 1953. So that is the first shade in the set. The next shade in the set is Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is another red. This one is it's almost like a very hot, almost orangey red. Cherries in the Snow is very like a pink red. Fire and Ice is a very orangey red, and this one is from 1952. I quite like Fire and Ice. It kind of screams that classic red from the 1950s. So this is the second shade in the Revlon, and this one's Fire and Ice from 1952. And the oldest one is certainly red. This one is a deeper red, and this one is from 1951. I quite like this one too. It's not as bright, so the other one has more of an orange, and then there's a pink. This one's a very classic kind of deep red, and this one is from 1952. So that is it for the first set, and this is the Stage Red set. And it's from the Miss Maisel collection, as you can see here, and it was $19.99. Complete this video, I obviously wanted to get the other set, and these are the stand-up nudes. It comes with 3 different shades of nudes. There's Rum Raisin, Pink Truffle, and Blushing Mauve. I wanted to look online and make sure I could find the dates of these lipsticks. I searched and searched at least 2 hours. I literally could not find out when these lipsticks came out. I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, you know what, that would be nice if on the packaging, even if they create a little book, even with the red one, why didn't they put the dates? Clearly people buying this like vintage makeup. So why aren't they putting the dates? They could easily put like 1951, 52, and 53, maybe even a little description, maybe even use some vintage ad campaigns from the 50s to kind of show the lipstick back then. I just feel like there's so much potential. They could have done for this for this collection, but they didn't do that. And I was a little disappointed for these because I'm like, okay, well, why did they include these? I saw screenshots and stills from the show where they showed the actresses wearing these, but I was trying to research vintage Revlon shades and these weren't coming up as ones from the 50s, so I was a little bit confused by that. Maybe it's obvious and I completely missed the boat on this and these are actually from the 50s. So the first shade is Rum Raisin, and these are all nudes and are supposed to be like Miss Maisel in the summertime New York, and these are shades that she would have worn. So the first shade is Rum Raisin. This one kind of reminds me of like a 90s shade. I'm not really seeing in the 50s. It's quite nice on, I don't mind it, but when I wear it, I'm not thinking 1950s for some reason. I'm thinking X-Files, 1990s, Cindy Crawford. And so the first one is Rum Raisin. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I just need to understand why it's included in this. Maybe it is from the 50s and I'm just not finding this information online, but either way, I think it would have been nice to know. So the first one is Rum Raisin. And the second shade is Pink Truffle. I quite like this one for a nude. It is very basic. It's a basic nude. It doesn't really have much pink in it, but it is definitely like a nice nude. Again, it showed characters wearing this. I think Miss Maisel also wore it for like some of the like summertime scenes where she was like out and about in New York. So she did wear it, but I'm just trying to figure out if this is from the 50s. I didn't find anything again online. So this is Pink Truffle, and that's the second shade in the set. The last shade is Blushing Mauve. If I had to choose between all three nudes, I would definitely choose this one. It's a bit more feminine. It has kind of like a purpley pink undertone. I quite like it. It's very classic. Again, I don't know the date. I don't know when this was made, when this color came out. I would love to know. I think it would kind of help me understand why they chose these. Because maybe the people, the makeup artists on set just decided that these colors would be good. Maybe they look like other colors that were in the 50s from Revlon. So if you know, let me know. I'm just curious. Have any of you guys tried the nude set or the red one? I'm just curious to your thoughts. I mean, obviously I love the classic reds. These are very iconic. I can see why they chose them. I'm just a little bit confused by the nudes, but hey, maybe I'm completely missing the boat on this and these are all the classic shades. Again, I did research for a few hours online and found nothing. I couldn't even find the dates to when these came out, which was very frustrating to me. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this collection. What do you think of the packaging? Is it something that you would buy? And I also linked everything below. All right, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.